Hey, there you go. I got a little scared. I was like, please don't do this today.
Right, right.
I did. I got nervous. Here comes Dr. Morgan. He should be popping up. There you go.
There he
What's
is.
up? How are you?
Doing well. How
Good.
are you today?
I'm well. Appreciate the opportunity.
No, we're so happy
No,
to
we're
have you. Yes, and thank you for the opportunity for everyone to be introduced to someone that's so vibrant, so amazing. We're so excited. Thank you again for joining us, even though we had to reschedule. So I will get this started. We
Okay.
are really excited to have you. So welcome everybody to another episode of Sister Soul Sessions. We are really excited tonight to have Dr. Phil Morgan with us tonight of Feel More Fit. I'm your host, Brittany, joined by my lovely sister tonight.
like slightly stopped. I am your co-host and creative director, Brandy. We are with our lovely guest, Dr. Phil Morgan.
Yes.
Sure.
And a little bit of Dr. Phil, of Feel More Fit. He is our sports rehabilitation and performance therapist. We're going to kind of let him take the floor. Introduce yourself tonight, Phil. Tell us a little bit about the inspiration of Feel More Fit and how we got here.
I appreciate you. Thank you. Well, I got the name Phil More Fit when I first moved out to Baltimore. Obviously, my name is Philip Morgan, so it went like Phil Morgan Fitness. So a couple of my friends came up with that name. I didn't know I was going to be a personal trainer coming out of college because I thought people always train themselves. Prior going into college, I've always played. I've always been an athlete. So going into college, I thought I was going to be a physical education teacher. I did 4 years of physical education, and then on my fourth year, when it was time to go teach, my 45 hours, it just wasn't for me. I didn't have. This kid just wasn't for me. I wasn't mature enough to handle what they were throwing, and I was almost the same age as them still, and we were almost the same height. So I changed my major to sport medicine my senior year. I did 5 years at Delaware State, played football, got up out of there. Um, Ended up going back to New Jersey for a little bit, didn't work out. Ended up in Maryland, became a trainer, and I said if I'm going to do this, if this is going to be my career, I might as well just be the best at it. And hence why I got my master's and doctorate, just so I could just separate myself from anybody else, really.
That is amazing. So going from sports to an actual, trainer, what was that transition like for you? And like, how do you feel like that inspired you to actually create the business for, a rehabilitation?
Well, I'm still an athlete. I played professional arena football up until maybe last year.
Oh,
Um,
awesome.
I traveled to Mexico. I played in Dallas 2 years ago. We played Team Mexico. I played in Cowboy Stadium. So it's not no trans. It's never a transition until I can't run anymore. I just learned how to get people in shape using the athletic ability that I had. So I don't know if you ever played sports, but everything warm up, work out, cool down, stretch. Same thing. It's just that if my football team's going to be pumping 225, I'm not going to have my clients do that. We're going to pump 25. We're going to follow the same routine as athletes do because we're in the best shape of our lives. So I just catered it to someone who can't do as heavy or run as fast. And that's how I created my program.
That's amazing. So you're still playing what position? I have to ask.
I play safety, I play running back, and I
Hey,
play wide receiver.
go
So I
ahead.
can
Go ahead.
catch, throw, kick. I just try to do it all. I just want to be on the field.
That's amazing. Can you share a defining moment in your career that shaped your approach to therapy?
I won't say therapy. I call it rehabilitation because that's a whole nother can of worms. I created my own, I would say niche because you have stretch therapy, and then I created clinical movement enhancement, which is also stretch. I take my massage gun, but I use my massage gun the whole time I'm stretching you, whether it's 45 minutes, 30 minutes, the whole time my gun is on your trigger points. So it's almost a loophole for physical therapy, more so hands-on. When it comes to physical therapy, you might just get a piece of paper and they say, hey, go do these exercises, where we're really bending your feet. We're bending each toe to line your toes up with your ankles, your knees, your hips. So it's more so we're hands-on and doing rehabilitation for the body. And once I found out that normal medicine was just, I was creating my own platform. I was like, shit, let me get my doctorate, then I can really talk my mess and prove to whoever that I'm going to heal them, and you don't need this medication, and you don't need whoever is on those other white coats.
No, yeah.
So that's how that approach came. Not to cut you off, but I included recovery because I saw how sore people were when we were beating them down in the gym. I wouldn't say beating them down. We work out safely, but by the time you're done, we done worn you down.
Yeah.
So people weren't stretching properly, and they had no clue that the lactic builds up in your body, and then you're going to be stiff for the next 2 weeks. And there are people signing up for the emergency room not knowing that this is what comes with workout. So I said, you know what? I'm going to bump my price up, and I'm going to put my hands on you twice a week for recovery. So if you can't do it, I'm going to make sure we do it.
Oh, I love that. I love that approach. Yeah, as I was an athlete all throughout college, and now I have daughters who play sports, and it's realizing how important that piece is. Like my youngest runs track, she doesn't understand the whole you really have to stretch and get those muscles to be more flexible every time. So no, I love that you incorporate that all the time with the whole process, because a lot of trainers do not.
Yeah, definitely. Our warm-up is like a workout. By the time you get to your workout, you almost have to catch your second wind, because it's the same with life. You're going to be running for a minute. That's just your warm-up. But when it's time to really run, that's your workout. That's your workout. You know what I'm saying? Once you think you hit your peak of your career, that's when it's really time to run. Same thing. I might just catch it in a different angle.
I love that. Yes, say that. So what would you say is the most rewarding part of your work so far, and what keeps you motivated with doing it?
When people get off the table or out the gym, just the results.
Yeah.
Someone coming in with a hurt knee, hip, back, and they leave 80, 90%, 100% better. It's priceless. It's like you get to sculpt somebody's body, you get to fix it, all without no tools, no medication, just your knowledge, just them believing in themselves, and you knowing yourself and your path. So that's the most rewarding, just seeing our people believe in me in a poverty-stricken city where the murder rate is dumb crazy. We got some people, there's a niche of people who believe in what I have to offer, and whether it's $2 or $2 million, I'm gonna still treat you the same. So that's what really keeps me motivated. And my son.
I love that. And kind of speaking on what you were saying, whether it's $2 or $2 million, how do you feel like how do you tailor your rehabilitation, plans for different clients, from athletes to corporate professionals to the inner city stricken, poverty, places where you tailor?
That's an excellent question. So, and hence why I created my own loophole, is because I can create a sliding scale. So I straight up with our people, Brandy, if you got $1 million, pay me my $1 million. If you don't, pay me what you got. And some people might be offended, but it's like, no, whether you have it or not, I'm here to help, because I know once I help you fix that limp, you're going to run to the bank. Okay? Once I drop you those 30, 40 pounds, you're going to be a better asset not only to your family but for your job. Your return of investment should be better within 6 to 8 months when dealing. So I'll always catch mine in the back. End. If I don't get up front, I'm going to catch you in the back end. And if it's not financially, it's you telling the world, your friends, booking me for wellness parties, telling me to come to your job, just showing me love. That's it. You show me 10%, I'm going to show you 100%. It's not Sagittarius in us.
I love it. Yes, for sure. Yeah, I can tell now. What would you say is one common misconception people have about sports rehabilitation and performance therapy altogether?
So misconception, you said?
Yeah.
I don't really see a misconception. People just need to know that anybody can be an athlete, anybody can be a superhero, because they see these athletes bounce back fast.
Right,
That's because It's a lifestyle. Once you bring it into your lifestyle, once you don't want to get injured, once you don't want to get sick, once you don't want to get poor or broke, once you don't want negative people in your life, it's the same thing. You just have to create that lifestyle for it. So I won't say it's any misconceptions that I know about, but I only speak about the positive energy coming through that. So yeah,
Yeah, you definitely feel that off of you and how you really pour into people, not just if they're a client, but like the community altogether. So
right.
how does mental health impact, the physical performances and strategies you continue, outside of just your personality? Do you recommend for balancing both? Like, how do you do that?
Well, so far as when it comes to whoever's I'm in the field with or in my face, they really have to believe that they can get better. And if not, then it's not going to work because
Yeah.
I can't make you believe. You have to believe in somewhat that you can get better.
Mm.
And then once you do that, then we write the game plan from there. But if I gotta write a game plan for you to think that you can get better, it's gonna be a long journey. By all means, I'll do it, but you're gonna be with me for a couple of years.
Yeah.
But you got to really know who you are. A lot of people are so tied up in social media, they don't know who the hell they are.
Yeah.
And that's where it comes from.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And then we get those diagnoses and those stipulations from people who aren't even in our culture to diagnose us with ADHD, with X, Y, and Z. And you have no clue what 400 years has been in our bloodline. You know what I'm saying?
Say that.
So I just go a little deeper than what as we should.
I love that. I want to stay there for just a second because yeah, I see that you really believe in that, and like I said, you pour really like strongly into the community. How do you balance it yourself to where you do?
How do I balance it myself?
Yeah.
I just as long as my eyes open, that's it. As long as my eyes open, I got something to eat. My son is good. He's safe, and my family's good. That's it. That's all I need. God just gave me something different. I just gave me something different. He just told me to slow down a little bit some days, but other than that, the balance is just open in my eyes. That's it. That's the balance.
That's beautiful.
Honestly.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't have it. So it takes someone like you, like I said, to really pour into and to show that it happens regardless. Like you said, whether it's the $2 client, the $1 million, you're going to show up and give your 100%. So I love that that it's a calling for you instead of just something that for work. So that's what I always get. We had a conversation before, but I really do feel that energy from you calling and like you get up and it's 100% every day. You know what I mean? So I love that.
Thank you.
You pour that into the clients and watching the videos and everything. Like I said, you're always showing up. So, if you guys don't have that, even just for motivation, if you don't go there for physical therapy, trust me, the mental therapy, he's going to give it to
everything. I'm going to give it to you all type of ways.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, B, there was like something written, but I can't see it. So read it.
No worries. So it says it's important for more of us to get and become psychologists, psychiatrists, and nurse practitioners. Many of us understand the systemic barriers put on Black folks. We see that even out,
and I have
everywhere.
My doctorate is in sports psychology, so it's like, no, I'm not tackling what Sigmund and Freud put out. I'm tackling the different aspects of life, the applied. How do we have to apply our daily function?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. And what role would you say that stress plays, like physical injury? How can people prevent stress-related injuries altogether?
You said, how can people prevent stress-related
injuries? Because I know, with you holding stress in your body, I know, like for a long time, my doctor thought I had something wrong with my spine, but it was just stress. It was just, I held it in my shoulders and my back. So, how would you say that you work with that, and how would you kind of avoid it?
First, I tell people, don't claim it.
Mm.
You're talking stress. You don't even know what stress is because if you don't say it.
True.
And then they either shut up or they have to get on my table and then we stretch them out and it's decompressed from there. So either they're going to get it from the first, don't let stress come out your mouth, or they'll understand after we go through like either physical session or just a breakdown of why we don't use that word altogether. Will be a whole healing on itself.
I love that.
You really have to believe it, for real. It's like, yo, who wrote this book? Honestly, for real. There's a couple books. There's a spiritual book and there's a book that we're reading. Who wrote the book that we're reading? Where did that come from? Our natives was here before anything, so they was off their roots and the dancing in the rain, not the medication and stuff like that. So it's like, yeah.
With real stress, with real problems, with real oppression, with real, like you said,
they talking about stress because the Wi-Fi went down. Yeah, you wild. No, ain't no stress. We don't claim, for real, in my face, and my clients know, we don't claim stress, anxiety. We don't claim nothing, none of that. Because if you put it out, you put it out. Just take it out your vocabulary, take it out your mind, and believe it's not there, and believe that it's something else. It may be a bother. It may be not your timing, but don't use stress. It may not be of nature right now, but it ain't stress, you know? Everything's meant to be, but you was built for that. You was built for that. You just don't want to go through it, so you call it something to take it off your mind.
Ooh, I like that right there.
Yeah.
You just don't want to deal with it, so you gave it a name instead of...
You gave it a name. You gave it a name and a burden so people can, nah, man. You wake up, it's go time. It's go time. And if you need help, ask for help. That's it. We don't want to ask for help. We got so much pride. All right, pride, go broke. Be crazy out here if you want.
Who are you talking to right now, Phil? I feel
I'm
like,
just saying, you want to put my Cash App up?
I feel like
I can put my Cash App up.
I feel like, okay.
You know what? And the issue was, I won't say the issue was my grandparents raised me. So from second grade, my grandmother gave me a breakdown of these people came over here, they stole this, they did this, they did this, they did this. Know who you are. Anybody could be a student. Anybody could be a geek. Just get enough grades where you can, you know, be something in life. And she just let me be who I was and let me just really explore life. So once I got the grasp of it, it was like, oh, I was so far ahead. And then by the time I teach you a life lesson silently, you may not get it till 4 or 5 years down the road. You might thought I was a jerk. But no, I taught you a lesson that I wasn't going to tell you about, but you'll figure it out. Life is going to catch you down the road, and then you'll get it from there.
I love that. Dropping these gems. Hope y'all heard. First of all, I want to say it again. Stop giving it a name because you want to avoid something that you have to go through.
Yeah, you have to go through it.
Yeah. And just getting back to the practice, can you break down the importance of mobility, versus flexibility in daily movement, fitness, kind of all of those things that are built in the body?
Of course. I always tell people mobility is the most important thing, because if you can't move, then you can't live. All right. If you can't move correctly, such as your posture, like I said, a lot of people walk with their feet out or feet in. All right. For the first 6 or 8 months, we need to work on you walking correctly. Other than that, you want to lift weights over your head, but your kinetic chain is imbalanced. We have to line your whole body up first correctly so you can walk and move and function correctly. Then when we add weight, you'll already be in that correct form. So that's where the mobility comes in. And it's like injury prevention. The better you can bounce back off the ground, right? Say grandma's stiff, she falls, she's gonna break. Grandma can bounce, she can bounce right back. That's how I put it. So you want to warm your body up, because your body's like a rubber band. Then you want to stretch. Then you want to go to your workout. Then you want to cool down.
Yeah, I definitely, sitting in this all day, as our work environment has changed.
Yes.
That's something I always think about, at least trying to sit up, at least trying to, so people like myself who are usually in a chair, I'll stand at my desk for a while. How do we keep our mobility and flexibility in those 8 to 9 hours, 12-hour days of, being at our desk? Like, what is some advice you can give, someone who's sitting all the time?
You chose that.
No.
You chose that career. You chose that job. You know you know. So that's when I start. First, I'm gonna crack slick. I'm always gonna crack slick. You chose that 9 to 5. You know you can go independent and sell whatever you got to sell. You got the look, you got the teeth, you got the knowledge. So go independent. Then you won't have to worry about that. But you can do, like someone else said, yoga. Find somebody to come out and stretch you. My staff and I fly out. We can do your corporate wellness. I like Southwest, no problem.
Got you.
But yes, find someone who's knowledgeable and not just going in just to stretch you. Have them educate you on your posture, why they're stretching you. All right, the ankle connects to this connects to that. All right, why you have to exercise. People are going to these other stretch companies going in blind.
Yeah.
They're going in blind. Hold on, someone wants me to share. All right, a lot of customers are going to these stretch companies, and these stretch companies are taking in, and they're going in blind, just stretching them. These people don't know anatomy, they don't know physiology, right? So when you come to the doctor of sport medicine, we're going to scan the bottom of your feet, tell you about your arch, all right? Tell you how much pressure you're putting on your left side, tell you how much pressure you're putting on your right side. Then we're going to write you a game plan to work on that kinetic chain, and then we'll stretch you. And if you don't go with the game plan, you can go somewhere else because you clicked my button.
Look.
You said you needed help, and this is what it's going to take. Or go somewhere else. Go to Planet Fitness, go to Stretch Zone, go somewhere else. But if you're going to talk to Dr. Morgan, yeah, you're going to respect what we got going on because I'm $200,000 in education debt for this, and I'm going to tell you right. Where you're going to go somewhere else, they got a certification. So yeah, this may not be the place for you.
No, Dr. Phil more fit, okay?
Yeah.
He said you chose that.
Yeah, you did, right? Like I worked for corporate one time. I worked for a company, and I'm like, what? I'm healing people faster than people who already have their doctorate.
Yeah.
Yeah. My boss was the same age as me. He was making 6 figures. I was making 40 grand. I said, oh, this thing ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
I learned the policy procedures. I created my own loophole. That same company hired me to work as their business partner under my own brand. You get out what you put in. And this is the time to do it. This is our age range. This is our time to do it. Like, I don't want to say we're rebels, but I'm not working for nobody. Tell me when to go to the bathroom, do this. No, I created my own. You said how you want to live up. You want to make $10,000 a month? You need 10 clients to pay you $1,000 a month. Find out how you're going to do it. And don't stop until you do it.
You're right about that. Don't
stop until you do it. Until then, shut up. That's what some people, shut up.
I didn't know I was going to get a therapy session. But you're not going to be excited. I feel it. I am all in. Mr. Rufus Rev, Lonnie Love, Buck One asks, what's your thoughts on Viamessa?
Viamessa yoga? Yoga, it's different strokes for different folks. I know I'm tight. I need yoga. I just hate it because I don't want to go through it. See?
Do it every morning, and I never want to do it. I'm not a fan of hot yoga.
But it's good. I would do it alone. I know I went to a class, and, it was hot. It was like 50 people. It's, armpits, funk, feet, smell like outside. I'm good.
Yeah.
But turn the heat up in your house and go wild, Rufus.
Turn that air off and get to it.
Get to it, Rufus.
And speaking kind of on those types of like therapies, what's your take on recovery methods like ice baths, saunas, massage therapy? How much should we incorporate those things?
As much as you can, because people think it's a luxury and not a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we lack personal touch. We lack genuine personal touch. Genuine personal touch is healing. Ice baths, some people love it. I hate it. I like a nice hot shower. When it comes to recovery, I believe, me personally, I like that ice is better for the bones. All right, like your bones and your joints. Heat's good for like a pulled muscle. A pulled muscle tightens up, so heat will help loosen it up. Ice is good for swelling, black and blue marks. All right, never keep your ice or heat on for more than 20 minutes. So 20 minutes on, 20 minutes off. Some people say I sleep with the heating pad on. All right, that's why your ass still hurts. You just burned up.
Oh.
20 on, 20 off.
Literally burning up.
3 cycles. 20 on, 20 off, 20 on, 20 off.
Okay.
Done.
And sauna, so I like
Sauna's
to
good too, yeah.
sauna, yeah. So I like a sauna steam room type of
Yeah.
situation. Is that good recovery? Am I just doing it just because?
No, that's good. It's good for your pores. It's good for your detox. It's good for meditation. Yeah, it's good to block yourself out for a little bit.
And he said, "Ooh, glad you said that. What about cold plunges? Do you mess with that?"
Nope, nothing cold. Why? Nope.
I don't.
Nope.
I see it a lot on social media.
If somebody pay me, I got my money. So if we're gonna go do a polar bear, give me a stack to go do it, and I'll do it. I'll cartwheeling it. But for free, for fun, I'm good. We went through it. They threw cold water on us 400 years ago. You think I want to just jump in it by myself?
Oh, hell no.
Oh, all right.
Well, what are some overlooked daily habits that can significantly improve our physical well-being?
Breathing, learning how to breathe. A lot of people hold their breath, or don't know how to breathe in your nose, out your mouth. Keeping a good circle that you could talk to. We all need to express ourselves to someone. Eating what you want to eat. Eating good food.
What you mean? Expand on that one. Hold on.
Because the way you be getting on your clients when they be posting their food.
But listen, they post that. So like if they're out drinking, yes, I'm going to screenshot it and send it. You're not going to see me BSing around. I'm behind closed doors. But I also bust my ass to have my results.
That's true.
You saying? I always say we have different goals. We have different bodies. So yeah, I can eat a pound of rice and still be ripping and running. You know what I'm saying? So don't we just have different goals.
So with food, because like you said, you can eat what you want. Now I know you don't mean he don't mean like McDonald's and all that stuff.
That's not what he means. Please don't miss.
I only had a Happy Meal the other day with my son.
But it's like, how important is it to eat, like you said, for your body? Like, how do you incorporate that? Because I've been seeing a lot of trends. Everything's on social media, but for your blood type or for your,
I'm not so deep into when it comes to eating for your blood type. I always tell people that eat the earth. I say you can eat salad at every meal. Just change the fruit out in the salad at every meal. Change your protein out until you get to where you need to be.
Right.
It's just the same thing with work. It's like, yo, you work for this person for 30 years sitting at the desk. You didn't get a raise for 20. All right, so you want me to get you in shape in just a year? It's gonna take a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? So it's just about locking in, about eating constantly, so you can regulate your metabolism. Staying hydrated, staying away from sugar. It's a killer. Sugar's crushing us.
Yeah.
And people want to eat. They want to eat for taste instead of for their body. They want to eat that salt. They want to eat a lot of stuff that's seasoned, which is in our culture. But on the flip side, it's crushing us. It's crushing our heart disease. We have diabetes and we have high blood pressures really running in
for sure. I know, especially when we go to the doctor and stuff, they always ask us about our family history. And I always have to say, my paternal grandmother died of diabetes and had, to go through dialysis, passed away from this. So that's what I'm saying. It's really important to understand what your goal is, what your history is, and remember that while you're eating and what your real health is, and what Dr. Phil is going to incorporate with your.
Yes.
He said, don't conversation, too much and have access to too much to be suffering from stuff Big Mama suffered from. She ain't
I totally agree. And to be transparent, I lost a client the other day because she's like, yo, you never gave me a meal plan. you didn't do this. And I'm like, all right, you've been with me for 2 years. Cool. Granted, if I didn't give you a meal plan, I always ask you to post your food so I can critique it. Not so I can do this, so say, hey, you not enough greens or too much starch. So yeah. And I was thinking the same thing. Chat GPT, write me a meal guide for.
Because what is your goal for it? Like, right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It was really confusing, but it's cool. Yeah. Sometimes we can't hold everybody's hand.
Mm-mm.
You know. You gotta. People have to show that they're serious about it. Also, you know what I mean?
Right.
Even though you pay me for a service, you still gotta do your homework.
That makes sense.
Because I've done a lot of my homework. You know. Yeah. And it keeps you mentally educated. It keeps you able to have conversations outside of your norm. You know, so there's a lot of different aspects that come with training with Dr. Phil Morfit.
So with that being said, what would you say are your challenges that you face with being an entrepreneur in the wellness and healthcare space?
Challenges, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Just keep innovating, because I've been stretching people for 20 years. Now it's a big thing right now, and it's so watered down, but I still have to continue to show people why you need to come to me. Our culture doesn't like to exercise. I'm in a poverty-stricken city, but I'm still doing pretty good for myself. That's a challenge, but I still have to hunt every single day. Dr. Phil doesn't have clientele that roll every day. Every day I'm still hunting for a brand new, life to change, a brand new business to not only take myself, but give me 1 second, I order food.
Well, everybody who is just tuning in, we are speaking with the amazing Dr. Phil Morgan. And
Yes. I gotta say, innovative. The economy is crazy, so you have to go with people's pockets. You have to give deals. You have to try not to water yourself down, and you have to continue to show love, even though love's not always going to be shown.
that is true. So with the economy going in the direction that is going, how do you actually position yourself for that? How do you market yourself? Like you said, you got to be innovative. So how do you go about marketing yourself?
I go on. I just do a lot of research of businesses who are going to be open for the future, who's always got long money, who's got that old money, who's got that American money. So I try to do corporate wellness stuff where we can just keep the ball rolling. Where if I don't make $1 today, in 5 days I can make 10 grand off of one program.
Nice.
Yeah.
And we talked about that briefly as far as like how we can get you to be like nationwide. It definitely it takes a village. It takes the right people in your corner to get you. Go get your food. Go get
It does take a village. Thank you. Hold on. Thank you. I got salad.
Ooh.
Right. Thanks, folks.
Okay.
Yeah. So it does take a village.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes a small village. Not you got a big village. Like there's people with 1 million followers who are still broke.
That's true, which is crazy, but most of them people
Yeah. So
believe
it
it.
takes a village. Nice, good, small village.
A real village of people,
Yeah.
bought by people. A real
So
village.
both of you are in Texas.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So when are we going to do a wellness event out there?
Well, the way you've been yelling
Talk
at
to
me,
my
I feel like I need it immediately.
Because here's how it can go. Like, I don't know your network out there. We need about 15 to 20 people. We'll set a price. And I usually, the first trip, I only say, hey, cover my flight.
and you
Sign up enough people. Sign up enough people to cover the flight, hotel, something to eat. I don't want no money. We're going to have a good time. We're just going to build our brand. The money that the people pay us, we'll cover that. If we make something extra, we eat on them. If we don't, we eat on us. But we just need to go from city to city to city. Podcast too, to show people, hey, we can stick together and this is what we're doing.
Love that.
I remember you telling me that. I gotta talk to my boss about that.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask my boss, can he put me in the right direction of somebody who can make that happen? Because we definitely just had a competition to raise money. So we're fundraising right now.
Okay.
And just do that daggone that boot dance thing, which I couldn't get with.
All
But
right.
we did it to raise money. But instead of that, I feel like, you coming in doing your service, you can raise that way. People come in, pay a small fee, to donate
Yep.
a give some
Yep.
of these to you.
By all means.
Right.
Whatever y'all need, we're here for. We're going to take over.
Yeah,
Of course.
I believe.
I told you we're gonna make it happen somehow. Somehow, some way. We're
Somehow,
gonna make
some
this
way.
happen. I'm
Yes.
so serious. But I was gonna ask you, like, what advice would you have somebody who is trying to get to where you are inside the rehab field?
Be yourself.
Mm.
You're not going, because everybody runs a different race. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have no goal. Mine don't stop till I'm dead.
Mm.
There's no end point. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna always keep recreating and innovating. So just be yourself. And then if you're yourself, everything will fall into place.
No.
Because it's natural. It's like you're not forcing it. I wake up at 4 o'clock every day. This is love what I do, and it shows. Just be yourself.
No, definitely when you're yourself, you don't feel like you have to put on a mask.
By all means.
Putting on
Yep.
a show.
No show.
Absolutely. And then I was gonna ask you, as far as like, what's one mistake do you see other professionals make? I'm pretty sure there are several. Just name one.
I'm not looking at nobody else.
I hear that.
If people see me click on their story, it was an accident. I was looking at my own. I just happened to click on yours. Because then you get to compare. Then you get to comparing yourself to other people.
Exactly.
I've done that like 1 or 2 times. I'm like, damn, I'm a doctorate of sport medicine. There's a girl out there shaking her ass in Cali on her gym page, and she's balling, and I'm out here, eating oatmeal. So just I'm not looking at nobody else. I don't know nobody else
Bought,
plus.
though. Maybe they bought their body. Yours is natural.
But that's
Yeah.
something like still with social media, it makes it, that looking for instead. But he has those blinders on, stay focused
Yep.
on his own race, his path, and will come his journey. So that's
Yeah. Yeah.
fast food nation and the social media life that
Yeah.
we're all kind of stuck in this different vortex. So knowing who you are and
Yeah.
that's
And your vision and your mission, because like if you just go like this, you'll try to take your vision and tweak it a little bit. And God's like, no, this is what I gave you. Why are you looking this way? Why are you trying to tweak it to what they're doing? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, just stay right there.
that's beautiful. Yeah.
Keep your blinders on. Don't worry about what they're doing, because what's done for them is what's good for you.
Keep your blinders on, and you gotta keep a shooter in the front and a shooter in the back.
Yep. That part.
Real.
Actually, how do you feel about people who have like wearable fitness trackers?
How do I feel about the trackers for their fitness, like your watch and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, let's have a competition.
Oh, I like that actually. Yes.
That's good, but sometimes it misreads. But that also can play on your psyche, because some clients come in and be like, "Oh my God, I didn't burn 5,000 calories like I wanted to."
Why is they
But
both
your watch could be like malfunction or something. You know what I'm saying? And they'll get tied into that. So make a game of it.
No, absolutely.
I always tell people, here's how you track your fitness. Day 1, for 1 minute, run up and down the steps. See how many times you can go. All right? In 6 months, do the same thing. Instead of worrying about weight, worry about how much stronger you got. Are you more swift? Are you smarter? Can you fight a little bit harder? Because they're kidnapping people now. All right?
Gotta
I can go a whole nother way with it if you want. You know what I'm saying? It's the whole reason why we train so hard. It's the whole reason why we recover. It's the whole reason why we keep our head on the swivel. It's life skills. It's the whole reason why we eat good, so we're not sluggish, so we got the energy to do whatever.
You gotta be athletic in that city. I ain't gonna hold you, man.
Any city.
That city.
Would you be ready for a zombie apocalypse. Can you outrun anybody else?
Right.
Like, how long, if someone's chasing me, how long can I go?
Yeah. Yeah. And I always tell people, you know what, when it comes to measurements and stuff like that, it's like, I always say, how many kids do you have? Who do you live with? All right, cool. If a fire broke out, who could you save? Could you save your damn self? Okay, no. Until then, don't worry about the numbers. You need to worry about being fluent and getting in and out the door, up and down the steps. Until then I'll start measuring you. Then I'll start calculating your weight. But if you can't even save yourself right now, you worry about the wrong thing. You worried about the wrong thing.
No, definitely not a burning building. If you can't save yourself,
No.
just
Come on. Can you measure me, Dr. Phil? Can you check my weight? It's like, what? Hold on. Run up and down these steps real quick. All right. When you can do that 5 or 6 times, then we'll start your measurement. But you need to worry about getting you out of any negative environment alive at first. I'm not going to tell you that when you sign up, but I don't know, you'll get it when you leave or, if you stay.
Nah, they'll get at the last minute.
Yeah, it's going to be too late.
It says, all right, I'm going to do as he says.
Right.
And then maybe he'll measure me. They're not really looking at the overall, their mindset. Right. Oh, I just got to do that. And then you'll measure me?
Right.
You want me to do that 5 times? Will you measure me then?
Right.
It didn't went over their head.
Beyond. And at that time, you don't like me. You think I'm neglecting you. And then, you go somewhere else. And it's like, cool. I still love you.
We're not going to put that energy on that person because that person is where they at. And they missing out.
Yeah, for sure.
You done got them a lot further than what anybody else can get them, but they have to learn that on their own.
Yeah. Yep.
They'll be back though. But yeah. It's all good. Okay, so I want to ask you this, actually next to last question, but what's next for you? What is next for your brand?
You'll see.
Say it, baby.
Okay.
You'll see. Yeah, because I can tell you, I'm gonna open my own wellness house where I can fly somebody in and they can live there for 6 or 8 months, and we can either get their knee replacement recovery right, get them on diet. But when you come, you gotta eat the meals that the chef's cooking for you. You gotta eat healthy. You gotta come with that. It's like a boot camp for people who want to get their life in shape, and you're gonna live luxurious, and you're gonna have massage once a week and get stretched and your feet rubbed, but it's gonna be a little costly.
Now I'm asking you the same question.
There's no price tag on your life.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that part.
How much is that going to cost you to
for the health or pay for your illness later?
Yeah. Yep. I don't know yet. But that's what I've been on my mind for the past couple of years. Real estate, and just real estate and wellness. You gotta live, and you gotta live good and healthy. So yeah, I want to provide a place where someone can come, wind down, eat healthy, be safe, and just live a free, non-judgmental, clear life.
That's what we all, thrive towards, but we don't put in the work because we think it's easy.
We don't put in the work, and we're trying to impress somebody else that don't give a hell about us.
True. But that's a lot of reasons why a lot of people can't reach their goals because of the people they listen to, the people that they watch, the things that they watch.
And they're scared of failure. You know how many times I failed?
Man, listen, when I saw you post that flooding, my heart was hurting. I was like, oh my God. I was like, that's horrible. During the holidays, and I was just like, yeah, that hurt. But now you bounce back from it though.
It was already in the book. Yeah. He already wrote it. It's always a lesson. It's always a blessing. It's a blessing and a lesson.
Yes.
Absolutely. And even my sorority sister was telling us tonight that pretty much she said your struggle is to set you up for your success. It's never to hurt you, but to
right. Yeah. Like I said earlier, in the beginning, you gotta go through it.
Can't go above it, can't go under it, but gotta go through it.
Gotta go through it. Yeah. Don't put no name on it. Just go through it.
Absolutely. Okay, last question.
Last answer.
You up. You lucky I can't curse with him. After you up. If you could write a memoir of your life's journey up to this point, what would the title be and why?
Up to this point,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know. Ain't no stopping us. There's no stopping. That's all I can say. Ain't no. There's no limits. There's no limits. No limits. No limits.
No limit.
Yeah, because I was born 60 days early.
Mm-hmm.
So I always take that from like, maybe God just gave me a chip. He gave me that energy. He wanted me here early to spark whatever I needed to spark. And I just ran with that, whatever. That's how I looked at my philosophy, PHIL. All right. So yeah, somebody put me here early. And that's what my mom said. I was 60 days early. And I just take it. He wanted me here early to change the world, to do what I had to do. He ain't want me to wait.
I have a head start.
He wanted me to have a head start, and that's why I tell people, don't wait. Your eyes are open, go right now. They open. Don't lay 5 more minutes. Don't hit the snooze. Go. You snooze, because guess what? You close them eyes one more time, you could be dead. Don't snooze.
Lose.
You lose.
Snooze, you lose.
Yep.
But we most certainly would like to know, how can our viewers get in touch with you? How can they reach you?
You can go $ Cash App PHILMORFIT Fillmore Fit. Okay.
Yes.
Because money talks, BS walks. No, Fillmore Fit on all platforms. Just cycle Fillmore Fit, Dr. Fillmore Fit. I'm everywhere on every social platform.
That is true. I watched your live today on TikTok.
Yes, that's my first time on live.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm trying to monetize social media now. I don't want to work as much. I want to figure out how to monetize property, travel, and do podcasts.
I love it. Yes.
Yeah. And if you write it down, I write everything down.
Do you?
You just make it happen. Yeah. Because if you write it down, you get to see it every day.
I mean, yeah. I used to write affirmations on a Post-it and then put it on the bathroom mirror.
I like to look at myself too much in the mirror to block it.
Say that. Said I work too hard on it, baby.
Yeah.
No,
I told you I was 60 days early. Why?
Well, everybody, thank you so much for joining in on this wonderful and enlightening conversation with the infamous Dr. Fillmore Fit.
Thank you so much. I appreciate both of you. You can have me on anytime. I will refer. I will always share. I will send an email out about coming to Texas. I have family out there, so I'm bringing a couple of my people from here, and we'll have a good time.
Yes, for sure. So be up for that collaboration for something we definitely want to do. Wellness is very important to both of us. Some things here. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. We're going to be trying to plan that in the next few months, actually. So again, Dr. Morgan, you are an advocate. Thank you so much for your wisdom, for you going to bless with your gifts and what God told you to follow by truth. And thank you for joining your wonderful episode.
Thank you so much. great podcast. Much love. I wish you well. I'm always here for y'all.
Much love. Enjoy your salad. And
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.